Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning. I am Rochelle Makala-Goodman, Chair of the Centenary University Board of Trustees, a member of the President's Advisory Council, and a member of the great class of 1997. I'm delighted to be the MC for the inauguration of Centenary's 14th president, Dr. Bruce Murphy. As we begin the program today, the first virtual university presidential inauguration in the state of New Jersey, we are so pleased to share with you videos from many leaders across higher education and our state, conveying our warm welcome and congratulations to Dr. and Mrs. Murphy. To bless this momentous occasion, our campus minister, Reverend Dr. Tim Nisinski, will be formally introducing Bishop John Scholl.
Welcome, friends. Centenary University has a rich and distinguished relationship with the United Methodist Church. In recognition of that storied past and to usher in this bright future, it is my honor to welcome Bishop Scholl to offer today's inaugural blessing.
In 1867, United Methodist started Centenary University. It was the 100th anniversary of Methodism, and to honor it, we started Centenary University. We did it not just because we wanted to honor our anniversary, but we wanted to work with young people, to expand their minds and to help them reach for new horizons, to educate them in the arts and sciences, to help them grow and develop and become leaders in our world. And Centenary University has risen to that challenge. And today, we give thanks to God for Centenary University. And today, we also give thanks to God for President Bruce Murphy and his leadership at Centenary University. Already, he has made his mark. He has led us in the midst of a very challenging time and a very challenging season with grace and determination and courage. And we can't thank you enough. We welcome you to Centenary University and look forward to our continued work together. And today, we all bless you. We all bless you with courage to continue to lead us forward. We bless you with joy so that you'll always remember, even in the midst of the hardest challenges, why you have come to do this work. And we bless you with strength to carry you through these times. Thank you, President Murphy, for coming and leading Centenary University. And we look forward to our continued work together.
Students are at the heart of our mission and all we do at Centenary University. Now we will hear from two student leaders, Emma Kerr, President of the Student Government, and Pierre Semanchik, President of Student Clubs.
I want to first start off by saying congratulations to Dr. Murphy and welcoming him and Jean to New Jersey. Being the president of student government this year, I have talked frequently with Dr. Murphy on all matters concerning the Centenary Cyclones. His eagerness and care is abundant and evident in all of his actions. I want to thank him for always advocating for the students and taking the time to know them individually, whether that be through SGA or through the various classes that he teaches. This has been a tough semester, but his willingness to hear the students' concerns and giving them the choice to take classes online or in person has allowed us to succeed and have an as normal as possible college experience. Not only has his efforts made campus safe, but have provided a positive learning environment where students can continue to thrive in their academic endeavors. Thank you, Dr. Murphy, Jean, and their dog Guido for always being there for the students. On behalf of the Cyclones, we wish you great success as Centenary's 14th president.
On behalf of the student body here at Centenary University, I would like to extend a warm welcome and a congratulations to President Murphy on becoming Centenary's 14th president. As an executive board member for the Student Government Association on campus, I have had the privilege to interact with President Murphy on numerous occasions. His willingness to advocate for the student body and take into consideration the concerns of the Centenary community from a student perspective is unmatched. He has been willing to listen to the students and take actions to help make their experience at Centenary the best it could possibly be, especially during the unprecedented semesters of the 2020 academic year. President Murphy is a true Cyclone in that he is willing to attend student functions to support the university and the involvement that students have on campus. We cannot be more thrilled to welcome President Murphy and his family to the Centenary community. With him, great things are soon to come. Go Cyclones!
Faculty and staff at Centenary work to keep students first and foremost. The leader of the Staff Senate, Margie Pavlichko, and Faculty Senate, Dr. Krasi Lazarova, will now send their special messages to Dr. Murphy.
As the Director of the Office of Veteran Services and Chair of Staff Senate, I have the distinct pleasure to work with Dr. Murphy on a regular basis. His knowledge and depth of experience serve to enhance his leadership abilities. He has hit the ground running on a number of initiatives very important to Centenary and its identity as the intellectual and cultural heart of the Skylands region. On behalf of the Office of Veteran Services and Staff Senate, I wish Dr. Murphy every success in his tenure as Centenary University's 14th president.
Greetings from the faculty at Centenary University. This group of elected senators functions as the executive committee of the faculty at Centenary.
The faculty of Centenary University extend our sincerest congratulations and welcome to the institution's 14th president, Dr. Bruce Murphy. Centenary is a special place filled with amazing students and colleagues, and we are thrilled to have Dr. Murphy as part of our university community.
President John F. Kennedy said that leadership and learning are indispensable to one another. The faculty holds that to be true and places high value on the good leaders and educators we find on our campus. We're excited to work with Dr. Murphy to help Centenary grow in its mission of educating students and look forward to strong leadership from our new president. Congratulations on your inauguration, Dr. Murphy.
Congratulations, Dr. Murphy.
The Centenary Board, with whom I've had the privilege of serving for almost 10 years, exemplifies Centenary's can-do spirit and the relentless pursuit of educational opportunity. I have fond memories of the wit and wisdom of the late Chairman Emeritus Harris Smith and the earnest and articulate leadership of my friend Arden Melick, both of whom I admired as both an employee and a student and later as a professional at Centenary. Most of my service on the board, however, has been under the leadership of Wolfgang Gestattenbauer, who has given his time and treasure to Centenary for more than 50 years. And he's served as a mentor to me and many other Centenary alumni. We are so grateful to Wolf for all that he's done for Centenary and helping prepare this institution so it can prepare future generations of leaders. It is my honor to introduce a true son of Centenary, Wolfgang Gestattenbauer.
Good morning, Centenary family and friends. Today we officially welcome President Dr. Bruce Murphy and his wife Jean to our university. We are extremely fortunate to have found someone who exhibits the traits you would expect in a strong leader and a good president. These traits became invaluable to us over the past year and proved that Dr. Murphy was the perfect fit for Centenary. Dr. Murphy took on a number of challenges in 2020. Only shortly after accepting his new job and moving into his new home, he faced the impact of COVID-19 and its complex issues. Dr. Murphy faced each obstacle with strength of character, flexibility, and kindness. His innovative thinking and swift action enabled the university to give students and parents choices according to their comfort level, making Centenary the only institution in New Jersey to offer students a choice of in-class instruction, virtual instruction, or both. Thanks to the effort of Dr. Murphy, along with the vigilance of the faculty, the administration, and students, working together, adhering to social distancing, and wearing masks, we were able to remain open with students on campus during the fall semester. As we move forward, I wish Dr. Murphy and Jean the best of luck, good health, and a bright future. Welcome to Centenary, Dr. Murphy.
For more than 154 years, Centenary presidents have led the way and led by example, and we are honored to hear from two of them today. Once you are part of the Centenary community, you are part of the university family for life. It becomes a long-lasting part of you. Now we will hear from Dr. Barbara Jane Luthwaite and Dr. Rosalind Reichert, who offer their continued support as we pass the baton to Dr. Bruce Murphy.
Dr. Murphy, I'd like to congratulate you on being appointed the 14th president of Centenary University. I'd also like to congratulate your wife, Colonel Murphy, and the first dog, Guido. I hope you both feel very welcomed on the Centenary campus. As you know, I've walked a mile in your shoes for about 8 years, and I know how challenging the president's job can be. You weren't doing that job for all that long, and then along comes COVID. The combination of your vast academic experience and your military experience made you the kind of leader we need to get us through this. And while you've been doing this, you haven't missed a beat. Nothing is falling in between the cracks. You engaged us and led us through the strategic planning process that will hopefully ensure our future. So, from someone who loves this institution dearly, I'd really like to say thank you for your leadership.
Greetings to all of you from my home in Virginia. I am honored to send my warmest greetings to all of you on this important occasion, the investiture of Dr. Bruce Murphy as president of Centenary University. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to speak to the entire university community about Centenary as a sacred trust for all of its constituents. A sacred trust is something that has everlasting value. A sacred trust is something that is regarded with respect and reverence. To our current students, to our faculty and staff, to our alumni and all connected with Centenary, I call on you in this special time of celebration of the presidency of Dr. Murphy to embrace Centenary University as your sacred trust. I congratulate Dr. Murphy and his wife, Jean, and thank them for taking on this challenge of celebrating and nourishing Centenary University as the sacred trust for themselves and for countless others. And long live Centenary University.
Established in 1997 by President Emerita Dr. Stephanie Bennett Smith, the President's Advisory Council was created to assist advancement efforts and support Centenary presidents with special initiatives. It is my pleasure to introduce the chair of the President's Advisory Council and a most dedicated Centenary alumna, Angela Rodriguez Moore, from the class of 1990.
Greetings, I'm Angela Rodriguez Moore, class of 1990, Centenary University. I'm also the President Advisory Council Chair. And on behalf of Centenary University, President Advisory Council, we welcome you, Dr. Murphy, to Centenary University. We also want to send best wishes and congratulations to you and your family.
The Alumni Association Executive Board helps to keep more than 26,000 alumni connected to the university. Led by President Carol Allen, who is the class of 1972 and 1974, the Alumni Association offers career support, entertainment, and opportunities for alumni to stay connected. Now to represent the Alumni Association, Carol Allen.
Good morning. As president of the Centenary Alumni Association, It gives me great pleasure to welcome Dr. Bruce Murphy and his distinguished wife, Jean, to our Centenary family. He's a 1972 and 74 graduate, a former administrator, dean, coach, and instructor at Centenary. I had the unique distinction of knowing and working with 7 Centenary presidents and 2 interim presidents. Each brought wisdom, passion, and energy to the office. Dr. Murphy began his tenure in January 2020, a few weeks before COVID all but paralyzed our nation. As a retired military officer, Dr. Murphy took charge while maintaining a positive spirit and instilling strong resilience within the university community. For that alone, we thank him and forever appreciate his leadership. Fortunately for Centenary, it was a case of having the right man at the right time. On behalf of the Centenary Alumni Executive Board and all Centenary alumni, I'm pleased to express our delight in having you lead our beloved university in the Murphy era. We wish you much success and happiness as our 14th president. The board and I very much look forward to working with you in achieving joint goals for Centenary. In the words of former professors Dr. Moses Knott and Dr. Leela Custer, may you embrace the Centenary mystique through golden years.
During the past year, one extremely challenging year for all of us, our president, Dr. Bruce Murphy, has had many update calls with the state of New Jersey and our governor. We continually look to these 2 Murphys for guidance and protocols to keep us all safe. Now, with a special welcome and his words of congratulations, we will hear from the governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy.
Hello, Centenary University community. Governor Phil Murphy here. It is my distinct honor to join everyone in formally welcoming President Dr. Bruce Murphy to Centenary. This welcome may be a little belated, but it is no less vital nor heartfelt. Leading an institution of higher education comes with its own set of challenges, but no one anticipated the unprecedented challenges which presented themselves almost immediately upon your tenure. What a way to start. For more than 150 years, Centenary has been a proud member of New Jersey's higher education community. From the center of Hackettstown, Centenary has served thousands of students across New Jersey at every stage of life. And even through COVID-19, Centenary isn't about to slow down. Dr. Murphy, with your lifelong love of learning and understanding of the power that education holds to change the course of a person's life, we wholeheartedly welcome you to our New Jersey family. From one Murphy to another, we're proud to have you with us, and Centenary University is lucky to have you. Congratulations again, and God bless you and each and every member of the community.
There are 2 women who are closest to Dr. Murphy and help him every day to lead this university. First, we will hear from Colonel Jean Murphy, Bruce's wife, and then we will hear from Diane Lynch, who is the executive assistant to the president and to the board of trustees.
Passion, commitment, sincerity, and conscientiousness. Bruce, you bring all this and more to Centenary University. You are caring, loyal, giving, strong, and understanding. Congratulations, Dr. Murphy. Guido and I are proud to be at your side during all the challenges and successes ahead.
Hi, Bruce. I have had the pleasure of working at Centenary University for several presidents. I am in awe of the way you have handled the unprecedented events of 2020. As an alum of Centenary University, I am proud to call you our fearless leader. Thank you so much.
The Association of Independent Colleges and Universities in New Jersey brings the leaders of the 14 private New Jersey schools together and helps advocate for special causes in higher education. To express his congratulations, we will now hear from Lou Manzione, President of the Association of Independent Colleges and Universities in New Jersey.
Hello, my name is Lou Manzione, and I'm pleased to speak to you on behalf of the Association of Independent Colleges and Universities in New Jersey, in honor of Dr. Bruce Murphy on the celebration of his inauguration as the new president of Centenary University. I have just 1 or 2 short anecdotes of Bruce that I want to share. A few weeks after first meeting him on campus, I was sitting with Bruce and a number of our other presidents in a meeting in Trenton with the state treasurer as we were making our case for state support for students of the independent sector. We all had talking points for the budget items that we had to cover with the treasurer. Dr. Murphy had an important role and he covered it well. But then he went off script to express just how important financial aid is to our needy students. He couched it in human terms of students that may not have had the chance for a college education were it not for the financial aid that Centenary provides and the assistance that students get from the state of New Jersey. He gave a few examples of students he knew and students that recently graduated and the dreams they were able to realize through a centenary education. As you can imagine, you could have heard the proverbial pin drop in the room. During the budget negotiation period, the treasurer is overwhelmed with appointments asking her for budget allocations. And even though we were asking as well, you could see a different response to Dr. Murphy and how he made these dollars come to life for the state treasurer. She could see the real difference this funding makes in lives and in families. That same week, we were in Washington, D.C., together with a group of presidents to meet with the New Jersey delegation to make our case for continued federal support for low-income students. This is a long 2 days of individual meetings with most of the New Jersey congressional delegation. Dr. Murphy was consistent in his messaging, and every time he was able to deliver a sincere and credible case for student support. What I saw in Trenton and in Washington is that Dr. Murphy believes in students and the transformative power of education. Bruce, we are pleased that you are a member of our Association of Independent Colleges in New Jersey. We look forward to many more meetings with you, bringing your own unique style of clarity, sincerity, and conviction. Congratulations on your inauguration. We look forward to work with you and with all of our friends and colleagues at Centenary University. Thank you.
And now we will hear from Dr. Matthew Whalen, President of Caldwell University.
Dr. Murphy, on the occasion of your inauguration as the 14th President of Centenary University, we at Caldwell University wish you all the best. Like you, I'm a new university president in this great state of New Jersey. Although we have taken over amidst one of the most disruptive times in the history of higher education, it's great to know I can look to leaders like you for advice during the COVID crisis. I look forward to working with you and our colleagues on our shared mission of serving our students so they can make a difference in the world. Congratulations. I wish you much success.
Dr. Anthony Iacono, President of County College of Morris.
Greetings, Centenary University. I'm Dr. Tony Iacono, President for County College of Morris, and I am deeply honored to congratulate Dr. Bruce Murphy as Centenary's 14th President. CCM and Centenary have had a tremendous relationship for many, many years, and having recently met with Dr. Murphy, I am incredibly confident that that relationship will only blossom and allow us to achieve even greater things. Under Dr. Murphy's great care and leadership, I know Centenary's best days are ahead of them. Good luck, and know that we are always here to support you. Congratulations, Dr. Murphy. Congratulations, Centenary University.
Dr. Eugene Cornacchia, President of St. Peter's University.
Congratulations to Dr. Bruce Murphy on your inauguration as the 14th President of Centenary University. Given your extensive background in higher education, I know you will be an outstanding leader of Centenary, Northwest New Jersey's premier educational institution. You join us here in New Jersey at a particularly challenging time for higher education, but it is also a time of great opportunity as we reimagine the future of higher education. Your background in educational administration and as an officer in the United States Army will be invaluable as you creatively lead Centenary University forward. I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Congratulations.
Dr. Patrick Leahy, President of Monmouth University.
Bruce, it's Patrick Leahy, the president at Monmouth University. Greetings from Long Branch on this special day, your inauguration day. And what a great day it is. First and foremost, it is a great day for you and for all of your loved ones on this great professional achievement. It's also a great day for Centenary University. They clearly chose wisely in making you their next president. But it's also a great day for all of us who work in higher education in the state of New Jersey, because of the ways in which we get to collaborate together, both with all the other private institutions and with all the public institutions in the state. We have a chance to advance higher education throughout the entire Garden State of New Jersey. And I look forward in particular to collaborating with you on that really important work. But there'll be plenty of time for that. Today, it's about you, and I want to make sure that you know that the entire Monmouth University community sends its very best wishes on this special day. Congratulations to you and to all of your family.
Dr. Gregory Delomo, President of Rider University.
Hello, my name is Greg Delomo, and I'm the President of Rider University. On behalf of our entire community, we would like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to President Murphy on his inauguration and share our best wishes for a very successful tenure at Centenary University. I would also like to offer my own personal nod of support to President Murphy as you lead your institution during these interesting times. Bruce, may your presidency be both rewarding and enriching as you confidently guide Centenary University with wisdom and a clear vision for the future. Congratulations again, and I hope you enjoy this very special day.
Admiral James Crawford, President of Felician University.
Hello, I'm James Crawford, the President of Felician University. The entire Felician University family wishes Dr. Bruce Murphy a hearty congratulations and great success as he assumes the role of Centenary University's 14th president. Dr. Murphy's career has been amazing, but one thing I will point out is his service as a U.S. Army officer. I too had the privilege of wearing the cloth of our nation as a Navy officer. And while Bruce, you didn't choose the Navy, I still consider you a shipmate. So I look forward to meeting you in person over the coming weeks and months and working with you. Best of luck to you and to Centenary University.
Dr. Nariman Farvadin, President of Stevens Institute of Technology.
President Murphy, I wish you hearty congratulations and every success on the occasion of your upcoming inauguration as the 14th president of Centenary University. I am so pleased to welcome you as a colleague and an advocate for the students of independent higher education in the state of New Jersey. I know that your impressive experience and record of accomplishment in higher education administration and educational leadership will bring Centenary University to new heights. I wish you great success as president, and I look forward to following Centenary University's progress and achievements under your leadership. Please accept my very best wishes.
Dr. Marquita P. Evans, President of Bloomfield College.
On behalf of Bloomfield College, I am so pleased to extend my personal congratulations to Centenary University as you inaugurate Dr. Bruce Murphy as your institution's 14th president. Today's celebration, being held in this virtual format, is reflective of the swift changes and vast challenges we have faced this year as college and university presidents. Dr. Murphy, the higher education experience you are bringing to Centenary at this time in its history is quite fortuitous. Your leadership roles have included serving as a university president, a vice president of academic affairs, a dean, program chair, and faculty. And I especially want to extend my appreciation for your military service. Thank you. As a member of the Association of Independent Colleges and Universities, Centenary University is truly in special hands with you as president, and I look forward to further engaging together to bolster the benefits of a liberal arts education throughout New Jersey. Best wishes to you on this special occasion and always.
Dr. John Connolly, President of Sussex County Community College.
Hello, I'm John Connolly. I'm the president of Sussex County Community College, and I am here to congratulate and applaud Dr. Bruce Murphy, who is now the president of Centenary University. Today, there is a lot happening for all of us, and in order for us to face the challenges in higher education that face us today, we are going to need to do several things. We are going to need leadership, and Bruce Murphy will be bringing that leadership to Centenary into the future. Secondly, all of us are going to need to be thinking about how we collaborate together. What do partnerships in the future look like? Not only for the survival of higher education, but for what higher education is going to deliver for an unknown future. And so I am pleased to say that Dr. Bruce Murphy has reached out to me on more than one occasion about partnerships that we can engage in together. We have several ideas of what we're going to do, and that work is going to be very profitable, I'm sure. So I'm wishing Dr. Bruce Murphy the very best of luck. He has got a road ahead of him. We all do. And the more that we work together in higher education, the better we will be.
Dr. Will Austin, president of Warren County Community College.
I just want to congratulate you, Dr. Murphy, on becoming the 14th president of Centenary University. For all of us here at Warren County Community College, the board, the administration, the faculty, the staff, and the students, we're so delighted that you're going to be part of the Warren County community. And Lori and I can't wait to welcome you and Jean into our home to enjoy many partnerships we'll come up with together to think about ways we can help the community. And most of all, one of our favorite places, Lori and I can't wait to hear stories from you and Jean about your time in Nashville. So, Colonel, congratulations. I can't wait till we work together many times. Here's to you.
And now we have a special speaker and someone whose participation will be a special surprise for Dr. Murphy. Dr. Jack Hawkins, Chancellor of Troy University. Chancellor Hawkins is a longtime friend and mentor to Dr. Murphy. They met while they were both at the University of Alabama, and Dr. Hawkins will now say a few words.
Dr. Murphy, please allow me to add my voice to the chorus of friends and colleagues who are offering congratulations to you on your inauguration as president of Centenary University. I regret my wife Janice and I can't be with you in person to celebrate this very important step in your life, but we're with you in spirit. Bruce, I was very fortunate to observe your leadership up close as I served on the Board of Visitors of Air University, which we proudly proclaim to be the intellectual and leadership center of the Air Force. And as Chief Academic Officer, you were charged by the Air Force to create a true university culture at Air University. That was no small challenge for a military organization, but you did it. You were creative enough to pursue regional accreditation, to add academic symbols such as academic regalia and honorary degrees. But perhaps the high point of your leadership was the creation of the very first PhD at Air University. Today, in my opinion, Air University is the premier model for military higher education, and I give you much of the credit. From there, your career took off as you went to Louisiana as president of Nicholls State University. And under your leadership, Nicholls State was strengthened. Enrollment increased, and retention rates improved each year you were there. But I think perhaps your greatest contribution was leading a troubled university through reaffirmation of accreditation by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. It's often said that no one really cares how much you know until they know how much you care. I can assure the Centenary family that Bruce Murphy cares about students, and he is committed to their success. Bruce, you've demonstrated that you care about those who truly make a university run, and that's the faculty and staff. I know from many years of experience that a college presidency is a special trust, and without question, thousands of alumni, students, faculty, and staff depend upon the president. And it's also true, the shadow of an institution never exceeds the shadow of its leader. So for all in attendance today, please rest assured, because Centenary University has appointed a transformational leader who cast a long shadow. And as a bonus, the Centenary family is getting a marvelous First Lady in Jean Murphy. I think Centenary has indeed appointed a leadership team that will achieve great results. I commend the trustees for your wisdom and your sound judgment in choosing Dr. Bruce Murphy as the 14th president of Centenary University. I have no doubt that under President Murphy, Centenary's brightest days are ahead. Bruce, I wish you and Jean well as you begin this exciting journey. May God bless you.
Congratulations, Dr. Murphy, also known as Dad, or GABA, as Ashley and Ocean like to call you. We are so proud of your constant achievements and impressed by how you continue to better our family, as well as now Centenary University's family. I'm especially proud of your involvement in the equine program there. I feel blessed to know that with my love and devotion for horses, we now share something in common. You've had many milestones in your life, including your service to our country, and I know that you'll continue to stay steadfast, grounded, humble, and reachable as you guide this university to its next phase of success. I love you, congratulations, and I am so proud of you.
Congratulations, GABA. We love you. We love you.
And now we will hear from the man himself, Dr. Bruce Murphy. Through the magic of video technology, we will present the Presidential Medallion.
A virtual inauguration. You know, I was thinking a virtual inauguration has certain advantages. One of the traps they tell you not to fall into when speaking at an event like this is to try to recognize and thank everybody. It's a lot easier here. Karen, Corinne, Mike, Brian, Jenna, thanks for everything. There, I thanked everyone in the attendance, and I didn't miss anyone. Well, I have inauguration experience, especially unorthodox inauguration experience. In 1984, 1985, it was my honor to be a member of the Armed Forces Inaugural Committee. I was in the Special Plans Office with 5 other military officers from the various services. It was our job to advise the chairman, a general officer, and to document what went on supporting the inauguration of an American president from the military perspective. We had been working for 6 months and preparing for the inaugural events, but suddenly everything changed. We were about to experience the great Arctic blast of January 1985. And because the 20th fell on a Sunday, the inauguration and parade were scheduled for Monday, the 21st. But all weather predictions were dire. We were expecting weather at 20 below zero in Washington, D.C. And my group got together on that Saturday before the Monday inauguration to try to come up with a plan of how to react to this. We contacted the Army's Northern Warfare Center in Alaska, and we fed them all the criteria as far as the activities that would be going on and what was expected in the weather for that weekend. They came back with some very disturbing results. They said we're going to have extensive cold weather casualties if we conduct the activities as planned. So with 1 day's notice, we changed that entire inauguration from the traditional outdoor Capitol steps inauguration to an indoor in the rotunda inauguration. And so a little trivia, if you ever see a picture of Ronald Reagan's inauguration and you don't know whether it's his first or his second, if it's outside, it was his first. If it's inside, it was his second. And just by the way, that day was not 20 below zero, it was only 10 degrees below zero, but I think we made the right decision. And for some of you to put that in perspective, in Long Valley, New Jersey that day it was 10 degrees below zero, In Tiffin, Ohio, it was 17 degrees below zero. In Longview, Texas, it was 11 degrees. In Houma, Louisiana, it was 13. And in Troy, Alabama, it was -1 degree on that day. So when the recommendation came to have a virtual inauguration ceremony at this time, my first reaction was no. I want an in-person inauguration. I wanted to see all of you face to face. I wanted to have the festivities and the pageantry and the comradeship and the excitement of the many college and university inaugurations that I have attended, some of them for people joining us here today virtually. But super salutem servetus, safety before tradition. Those were the words that I used 8 months ago as the theme of Centenary's first virtual commencement exercises. We made that decision for public health because the public health situation did not allow for large public gatherings. And so we asked the class of 2020, their families and their friends, to accept a virtual ceremony with as much energy and consequence and enthusiasm as we could generate for them. How could I do less for this inauguration? The verb inaugurate comes from the Latin inaugurare, which literally means to bring on the augur. Now, augurs were priests who advised governmental officials by divining the future based on the flying, singing, and feeding of birds whose behaviors, or perhaps their entrails, were clues to the wills of the gods. They were essentially providing a vision for the future of the enterprise about to be undertaken. And I shall try to do the same, minus the entrails. Last January, shortly before my arrival, shortly after my arrival, we assembled a large strategic planning team, staff, faculty, students, to identify and address challenges, to meet regularly, to support each other and the university's priorities, and to continue to think strategically with a dynamic and ever-changing strategic plan. Over the past 12 months, despite the pandemic, we have had 14 strategic planning workshops to review, refine, and revise the strategic plan. And as that plan evolved, we have articulated some key aspects of our strategic intent. First, the vision. We strive to be the intellectual, economic, and cultural heart of the Skylands region. Our mission is to deliver accredited degree programs and comprehensive learning experiences to prepare students for regional and global professions of critical thought and purposeful action within a supportive environment immersed in a culture of service. I'm particularly proud of the way the mission was crafted because the senior folks in the room, the administrators and faculty were right on going down the road, and it was the students who came up and actually put the crystallizing touches on that mission. We also established 4 goals or imperatives that should be in our minds as everything we do. The first is student opportunity and success. That's why we exist, and that should be forefront in our minds. The second is continuous improvement and growth. The third, and a very important one, is diversity. But diversity that leads to inclusion, that leads to belonging. And so diversity, inclusion, and belonging, as awkward as the words may sound, really is the intent of what we're trying to achieve. And finally, the fourth imperative is serving the needs of the Skylands region and beyond. Now, to support these aims, we developed 15 objectives. And each objective has an objective champion, usually a senior administrator or a director. And it also has key performance indicators that we track on a regular basis. Partway through that effort, we added a 16th objective. That 16th objective was to operate in a post-COVID-19 environment. Upon our arrival in New Jersey, Jean and I immediately began to work to be participating members of Hackettstown, Warren, Sussex, Morris counties, the New Jersey communities, partnering and linking with faculty, students, alumni, and veterans service organizations, women's clubs, the Town Building Improvement District, and town management. We hosted meet and greet breakfasts and lunches at the President's residence for every department, both academic and non-academic. I traveled to Trenton our state capitol, and to Washington, D.C., to begin to get to know our legislators. But then, barely 60 days into my tenure, we braced for what would become a global pandemic. So very early on, I was able to see the mettle, the resilience, and the resourcefulness of the Centenary community. Everyone stepped up their game. The faculty, staff, and students were able to pivot rapidly and mostly seamlessly to 100% online instruction without missing a single day of instruction. They demonstrated academic agility in the moment and then continued through workshops, professional development, and networking to hone their remote learning skills and allow us to be able to offer Centenary Choice to students this past fall. I especially want to recognize those teammates who could not work remotely during the early phases: campus security, maintenance and janitorial staff, the equine staff. And I got to tell you, with over 100 horses, the horses just don't understand our emails and videos. They expect to be fed and brushed and exercised, so people had to do that. And others in student life and food service who needed to attend to our students who remained on campus out of necessity. And where some jobs just could not be done from home, employees stepped up and performed much-needed tasks outside their normal duties. Thank you to all. These efforts enabled us to keep the team intact, without layoffs, without furloughs, without pay cuts. And through it all, we have continued to do the business of the university. We established the university as a partner with the Warren County Department of Health, as a leader in the community to help gather data, develop and maintain protocols, and support local health efforts. We implemented the Community College of the Air Force's GEM program at Centenary in support of our men and women of the Air Force, helping to ensure that they have access to continue or complete their educations. We will soon be announcing the creation of the Etchberger Scholars Program, along with the family of the Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Richard Loy Etchberger, to honor his sacrifice for which he was awarded the Medal of Honor posthumously. We identified an immediate need and launched the Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging Advisory Board and a senior administrator to oversee this area in order to be proactive, to have difficult conversations, and to ensure that every student, faculty, and staff member not only feel that they are included, but that they belong at Centenary in line with our strategic imperative. We are augmenting how Centenary offers educational opportunities by partnering with the LCMC RISE Consortium, which will expand program options, educational and career opportunities, and keep Centenary relevant while strengthening academic departments and lowering expenses and costs to our students. We are also working to forge new and strengthen existing relationships and educational opportunities for students in our region by identifying and pursuing partnerships with Warren County Community College, County College of Morris, Sussex County Community College. These new partnerships will encompass education, athletics, student life, and recreation. We are working diligently with our Board of Trustees to continue to manage university expenses while identifying new sources of revenue to help the university become more stable with a more viable business model for future growth. In short, my vision for the university is to encourage a more collaborative, supportive, forward-thinking, and strategic community, embracing lifelong learning, greater access to higher education, and pathways to career opportunities. Now, back on that presidential inaugural committee in 1984-85, we were constantly under fire from the Pentagon, who thought we were providing too much military support to the effort. We were constantly trying to justify our actions through historical examples or precedents. So, of course, we went to George Washington, a general, a military person, the first inauguration. Surely, this would be the epitome of military support to an inauguration. But alas, when we consulted the archives, the hoped-for justification was missing. In fact, on the morning of the first inauguration in New York City, a captain arrived to pick up the soon-to-be president and proudly reported, "Your Excellency, the escort is formed and your carriage awaits." To which Washington is purported to reply, I need no escort, but the goodwill of the American people. And as for the carriage, I prefer to walk. And so in closing, I say to all of you, with the goodwill of the Centenary University community and the loving support of so many of you, friends, family, colleagues, and mentors, I certainly need no finer escort as we start this journey together. Thank you all. God bless you all and your families, and stay cyclone safe.
That I stand here today is evidence of Centenary's power to transform lives. Small, yet mighty enough to offer inclusive coeducation at its founding when so many institutions closed their doors to the underserved. Fragile, yet resilient for more than 154 years. Practical, yet imaginative, offering a liberal arts education that nurtures both the applied and creative pursuits. Decades of affiliation with Centenary has provided me with example after example of the ways this institution transforms lives. Reflecting on my experience with Centenary, I appreciate the myriad of gifts it bestowed on me. Illuminating courses such as the Liberal Arts Studies series and Word Power with Dr. John Shaner immersed me in history and honed my communication skills. Learning Centenary's history from Dr. Raymond Fry, and later working with Dr. Stephanie Bennett-Smith to get the C building on the Register of Historic Places so it could be lovingly restored, prepared me for a career in development. The dedicated community of staff, students, and faculty here at Centenary taught me how to tackle tough problems and taught me the power of collective resolve. Now we begin a new chapter, and an important chapter in Centenary's history with the arrival of Bruce and Jean Murphy. Bruce and Jean were tested immediately upon their arrival at Centenary, barely here a month before this unprecedented global pandemic arrived. They have demonstrated their leadership by mobilizing rapidly to put measures in place to keep our students, faculty, and staff safe. They have proven their problem-solving skills, agility, and resilience by sorting through confusing information and successfully keeping infection rates low. And amid this unprecedented disruption, developed a strategic plan that will ensure Centenary continues to address the educational needs of our region. On this historic occasion of the inauguration of Dr. Bruce Murphy, we honor Centenary's past as an institution that has been a beacon for educational opportunity to underserved populations, and we celebrate Centenary's bright future. Bruce, Jean, we welcome you both to the Centenary family, and we look forward to working together to ensure that educational opportunity endures. Thank you.